Hey there, Rolly. I'll just wave a hand at you. I'm going to stay out of the way. Don't want to get involved in anything where we had to abruptly stop. The net's going to be coming on soon, but just wave a hand at you, man. KM4DFR.
No problem, bro. Gotcha. I gotcha. Waving a hand to you and the family. Wave a hand for me. We'll be here listening. KF4UJX. Well, we have an 18-wheeler from TAC 1 leaking some corrosive stuff, maybe some explosive stuff. They can't figure it out because 3 drums are not labeled.
What location?
Adele, QTH. I didn't hear that part. Useless. I just turned my scan on.
All right, folks, good evening. This is W1HQL. The Miami-Dade AriesNet will begin in about 10 minutes. If you need to make a quick call, please do so now, and we'll also be standing by for that hazmat location if you do come across it, Adele.
All right, it's going to be Red Road and the Turnpike. Off of Red Road and the Turnpike. Off the ramp. He was traveling with his left door open, and he didn't know about it. And it's on TAC 1, Miami-Dade Fire Rescue TAC 1. It's 10 minutes into the incident right now.
Okay, do we know what the direction of travel?
They did not say, sir.
All right, all stations, be advised, Red Road and the Turnpike, there's been a hazmat incident, so there may be some traffic issues if anyone is mobile. Just use caution and good luck. We'll keep you posted as we get additional information. It's W1HQL for the Miami-Dade Areas Emergency Practice Net. We'll begin the net in about 5. All right, good evening. This is W1HQL. My name is Steve, and I'll be calling the Miami-Dade Aries net tonight as net control. This net meets every Tuesday at 7 p.m. on this repeater and is serving the Miami-Dade County and surrounding areas. All amateurs are welcome to use this repeater when it is not occupied by a scheduled net. This is an informal net and is part of the ARRL field organization. And the purpose of this net is to practice our communication skills in preparation for emergencies and to provide training in the procedures that would apply in actual emergencies. We conduct this net as a means to improve our communication skills and to get to know the amateur radio operators who participate. In the event we lose this repeater, our backup repeater is 146835. And in the event we lose those repeaters, we'll do our best on simplex at 146520. With that, a reminder that immediately following this net, and in the early start of the Everglades Amateur Radio Club net at 7:30, there'll be a net control operator stationed on 146520 for simplex net. It's highly recommended that stations tune into that frequency and attempt to check in and assist with relays in order to get all the check-ins successfully into net control. Again, that's immediately following this net on 146.520. If you need additional information, feel free to visit our website at w4svi.club. Now, is there anyone out there that would like to act as backup net control tonight? Please respond at this time. All right, guys, don't run over each other to try to get in line here. It's only a procedure that we're going through. In an actual emergency or during a formal net, it is a good practice to have a alternate net control operator. In order to get you used to that procedure, every time we conduct this Aries net, we'll be asking if someone would like to step up the plate and act as backup net control. In the event I drop dead or something happens, somebody needs to take over.
I'll do it, sir. KF4UJX. Put me down. I got you.
All right, Rolly. Kilo Fox 4, Uniform Juliet X-Ray. I got you in the log, and also I have you down officially as our alternate net control. All right, thanks, Rolly, for stepping up to the plate. All radio amateurs are invited to participate in this net, and when checking in, call net control, not my call sign. Release the mic to pause and listen briefly to avoid doubling with someone, and then give your call sign. Repeat it phonetically, then give your first name, your location, and if you need to pass any traffic. But before we take any check-ins, are there any stations out there that have emergency or priority traffic? Please call now. All right. Hearing no emergency or priority traffic, this is net control. My call sign is W1HQL, and what we can do is start taking check-ins. Remember to call net control first. They actually say net control, pause, listen for any doubling, and then give your call sign phonetically, your name and location, and then we'll get you jotted down and in the log. So I'll start taking check-ins now.
Control, this is Kilo 4, Lima, Charlie Delta. The name is 1, Juliet Uniform Alpha November, and I'm in Kenbrook. Net control, this is Kilo 4, Sierra November Bravo, Jose, no traffic.
Net control. This is Kilo Juliet 4, Juliet Tango, Quebec. In North Miami Beach with no traffic. Net control. This is November 4, Romeo Bravo Bravo, N4 RBB, Mike in Hialeah, East Hialeah.
All right, we'll take a quick pause. All right, this is Net Control. I've copied Kilo 4, Lima Charlie Delta. That's Juan and Kendall. Thank you, Juan, for being there and checking in. I also copied you, Jose, Kilo 4, Sierra November Bravo. Eddie up there in North Miami Beach, Kilo Juliet 4, Juliet Tango, Quebec. And I got Mike in East Hialeah, great signal into the repeater, November 4, Romeo, Bravo Bravo. All into the log. And also, I want to remind you folks that this net, as well as the net coming up, the Everglades Amateur Radio Club net, we're streaming it live on YouTube. That serves a couple of purposes. It opens up a chat window so guys can chat back and forth during the net, as well as seeing the inside of the shack live. And it's being recorded so that all the nets previous to this one and this one also being recorded and will be on YouTube. Now, where can you find that? Just type in my call sign, Whiskey 1, Hotel Quebec Lima, and or Everglades Amateur Radio Club, and it'll point you in the right direction. Click on the live feed notice, and boom, you're inside my shack. Okay, and as a reminder, the nets usually occur, a formal net usually occurs when we're running a severe weather net. And it'll be a directed net and requiring check-ins and check-outs. So when running a directed net, radio transmissions on the repeater should be restricted to only that traffic that applies to the purpose of that specific net. For example, we would need to be mindful of our storm spotting criteria and restrict our conversations to those things that, hail, tornadoes, high winds in excess of 50 miles an hour, excessive rain with very low visibility, frequent lightning, things like that, things that you normally have heard reported in the past, and especially including threats to life and property. So just a reminder of why we want to practice running a formal net. With that, my ID is Whiskey 1 Hotel Quebec Lima. My name is Steve. I'm located here in Homestead, and we'll be taking additional check-ins.
Oscar 4, Sierra Papa Sierra, Caesar, no traffic. Good evening, Steve and everybody else.
Net control, this is Kilo X-Ray 7, Oscar India Golf. Adele, no traffic, off of Kendall.
Okay, Caesar, I got you. Kilo Oscar 4, Sierra Papa Sierra, and Adele, Kilo X-Ray 7, Oscar India Gulf. Adele, I know you're monitoring the county frequency. Any update on that incident at Red Road and the Turnpike?
Right now, all I have is that FHP is en route to close off the entrance or exit ramps to Red Road, and that's all they have. They have everybody staged.
Roger, copy. By any chance, did they mention what direction to travel so folks know what side of the highway it's on?
We're having a situation here, sir, so I suggest that you stop doing that. You took the oath. Steve, go ahead and repeat again, please.
Direction of travel, by any chance? Direction of travel?
Believe it was northbound.
All right, copy, thanks. All right, folks, this is the Miami-Dade Area's Emergency Practice Net. A reminder, immediately following this net will be the Simplex Net occurring on 146520. Strongly recommend you, after you finish this, after we complete this net, you switch over to that frequency and attempt to check into net control.
Number 4, Charlie Romeo Echo. Good evening, Steve. No traffic.
November 4, Charlie Romeo Echo. Got you in the log. Thanks for checking in, Charlie. Good to hear you on the air.
Here, my friend. Take care. We'll be on the side. Net control.
Station calling net control.
November. No traffic.
Okay, I wasn't able to copy the call sign. One more time.
November.
All right, thank you for checking in. Also, folks, Aries-related information, you've heard this before. Those of you that operate on HF, the frequency 3.940 every morning at 7:45 a.m. is the South Florida Aries practice net on HF. That's on 3.940 at 7:45 a.m. and that occurs Monday through Saturday. No net on Sunday. Again, that's Monday through Saturday at 7:45 a.m. If you're up in Broward County and down here in Dade and also in Monroe County, if you can and you're able to make it to that net, it'd be great to have representatives just simply checking in. All right, you're tuned into the Aries Emergency Practice Net from Miami-Dade County. Call sign here is Whiskey 1 Hotel Quebec Lima, located here in Homestead. My name's Steve, and we're taking check-ins.
Kilo 4 India Mike, Steve, Miami Brickell, no traffic.
Kilo Golf 4, Oscar X-ray Oscar.
All right, acknowledging Kilo 4 India Mike. Steve, good to hear you on the air over there in Brickell. Good signal into the repeater. Jamie, Kilo Golf 4 Oscar X-ray Oscar. You must be on a handheld. You're just making it into the repeater.
And for RBB with a question.
Mike, November 4 Romeo Bravo Bravo. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, hey Steve, that net you're talking about on 3.940, I believe you said? You would have to be obviously, I believe, general class or higher to be able to transmit on that frequency. I'm assuming for practice purposes, but in case like of an actual emergency, what are the rules behind that actually, being into Aries? How would that work out? What are the rules behind that? Because I'm not 100% sure on that. Over.
All right, 3940. I'll tell you in a second. I got my handy dandy U.S. Amateur Radio Band chart, and 3940 puts you into the general. You can operate as a general.
Correct. So being as I'm a technician, I guess I could only listen in on that. Okay. That answers the question, but also in case of like an actual emergency, would would a technician be able to transmit on that for say emergency purposes during an actual catastrophe type emergency? Over.
Yeah, that's an excellent question. And during a declared emergency, and it involves life and death situations, then absolutely you can talk on any radio. It can be an aviation radio, a police radio, any radio. You have full go on operating that radio in the event of a declared disaster.
Thank you much, Steve. That answers that answers the question, and that just makes me want to go get my journal's license now, so I can partake in those bands and all those other great HF bands. I can only play in that small portion of 10 meters. Alrighty, awesome, Steve. Thank you so much. Back over to you, Net Control. This is November 4, Romeo Bravo Bravo.
All right, Mike. Good question. Thanks for asking that, and hopefully, just by you asking that question, it helped some other folks that are listening in on the air. All right, folks. This is W1HQL for the Aries Emergency Practice Net here in Miami-Dade County. We're taking check-ins.
Kilo Oscar 4, Delta Echo Alpha, KO4 DEA, Keith from Miami, no traffic.
That'll be you.
All right, Kilo Oscar 4, Delta Echo Alpha. That's a new call sign for me. Keith, thanks for checking in.
This is KE4, HLL, Bob, Delray Beach, no traffic.
All right, if I copied that right, Bob, it was Kilo Echo 4, Hotel Lima Lima.
That is correct. Bob and Delray Beach.
Wow, you're making it into the repeater just fine from Delray Beach. What are you using as a radio and antenna?
I have a tram antenna, 26 feet in the air, in an HOA building. And I'm running a radio, the 7800 Yaesu.
Oh, okay. I got the brother to that radio. I got the 8800. They're a really good radio. I think the 7800, that one is just, that's dual band, but it doesn't do cross band repeat, I think.
Radio is dual band, 2 meter, 4. Same radio I have, and we're both on the same.
All right, Bob. Well, that's great. I mean, you're doing an incredible job. Good setup for your station, and you're making it into the repeater downtown Miami. So, Kilo Echo 4, Hotel Lima Lima, welcome to Net. Thanks for checking in. Any additional check-ins?
Kilo November 4, Sierra Foxtrot Mike.
Okay, acknowledging Kilo November 4, Sierra Fox Mike. Howard, I mentioned a couple of times about switching over to Simplex immediately following the net. You are a go for the Simplex net, right?
QSL, have you heard from Kilo Oscar 4, Kilo Sierra Golf, Willie?
Not yet. He usually checks in early, but I haven't heard him yet.
QSL, yeah, I'll be attempting to run that from 1930 to 1945 hours.
Okay, copy. Also, I want to acknowledge Kilo November 4, Hotel Yankee Gulf, Ruben, got you, and Lewis, Whiskey Delta 4, Juliet, Kilo X-Ray. Thanks, guys, for checking in.
November 6, Delta Mike Echo, Doug and Kendall.
Hey, good evening, Doug. Good to hear you. November 6, Delta Mike Echo, got you in the log. Go ahead with your relays.
Thank you, Steve. Relaying in Kilo November 4, Sierra Mike Uniform, DJ, and Kilo Mike 4, Zulu, Hotel Mike, that's Jen, and I have a comment.
All right, acknowledging Kilo November 4, Sierra Mike Uniform, and Kilo Mike 4, Zulu Hotel Mike. I got them both in the log as relays, and go ahead with your traffic, Doug.
Hey, thanks, Steve. I don't know if you mentioned it or anybody else has mentioned it to you, but your audio is pretty low. Everybody else is at least twice as loud as you are. I don't know if you were aware of that.
Okay, are you talking about the live audio on the air or the audio on YouTube?
No, audio over the air. I'm not on YouTube right now.
All right, I boosted up the audio a bit. How's that?
Much, much better. Yeah, that's more like how you normally sound.
Yeah, I had the radio set up for HF ops and with the compression, and I just realized that it was down to like 3%. I just popped it up to 45%. Yeah, I can hear the difference through my headset also.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm glad you got it. It was an easy fix. All right, N6DME, back to net control.
All right, thanks, Doug. This is W1HQL for the Aries Emergency Practice Net, Miami-Dade County. We're taking check-ins.
Control. Kilo Fox 4, Victor Whiskey Tango. His name is Bud, Northwest Sunrise. No traffic.
Wow, all the way up there in Broad, Northwest Sunrise. Great signal coming into the repeater. Kilo Fox 4, Victor Whiskey Tango. Thanks, Bud. Welcome to the net. Hope to hear you again soon.
USL Steve, and thank you for doing the net. KF4 VWT, back to net control.
All right, folks, just a reminder, a couple of things. Immediately following this net is the Everglades Amateur Radio Club net. We've got some interesting stuff to talk about there. And that'll be right after this net. We will break this net a couple of minutes early and start the Everglades net a few minutes late to give folks an opportunity to shoot over to Simplex and check in with Howard on 146520. He'll be net control operator there. And again, can't stress how important it is to make sure your stations are tweaked well so that they so that in the event the repeaters fail, you know how to operate Simplex and assist with relays and pass traffic and whatnot. Additionally, this net and the Everglades Amateur Radio Club net are being streamed live YouTube. If you're interested in watching the net and falling asleep and doing so, it's just a picture of me in my office wearing the headset and talking on the radio. But it's being recorded on YouTube so that if anybody wanted to listen in, hear their own signal, what their audio sounded like, they can do that, on previous nets. So you just need to go over to W1HQL on YouTube or Everglades Amateur Radio Club. There'll be a link there to direct you immediately into the live net. What's nice about the live net also is you can chat with each other as live chat is open. So with that, I can see that KK4QKL just checked in, and I'll get him into the log. That's John, my neighbor, and he's probably listening in also. All right, it's 1925 hours. It's 7:25 for you civilians out there. Are there any additional check-ins before we close out this net? All right, nothing heard. I recommend just QSY to 146520. Head over there and check in with Howard. I'm sure he's already set up, ready to rock and roll. And we'll commence with the Everglades Amateur Radio Club net on this repeater, and that'll occur let's see, it's 7:25 now. So with that, we'll start our Everglades net at 7:35. And give everybody a chance to take a break and head over to Simplex, do what you ever got to do, and then we'll start with the net. This is W1HQL for the Aries Emergency Practice Net. And we'll be standing by for any additional check-ins, but will not make any further calls on this frequency for check-ins until 7:35.
KE4HLL would like to recall someone.
KE4HLL from NET, go ahead with your call, sir.
I have a gentleman that would like to say hello and probably join in on our conversation. It's KN4VFL, and he's Scott in Boca Raton.
All right, I copied the Kilo November 4. Give me the last three.
QSL, it's KN4VFL, and it's Scott in Boca Raton.
All right, I really had a hard time trying to make out those letters. Just give them to me phonetically.
A second, and I'll pull it up for you. I would like VFL, Victoria, Florida, Lima.
Okay, got it now. VFL, Kilo November 4, Victoria, Florida, Lima. All right, I got it now. It was just hard to make. You were just going pretty quick, and my hearing isn't the best in the world. So apologies for that, but I got it. I got Scott in the log.
He should be. He's on the frequency right now. I went and got him. He was on the Boca machine, so he should be available at the moment. So it's KN4VFL, and that's Scott in Boca Raton.
All right, copy. Let's see if we can hit him. Net control from Kilo November 4. Net control to Kilo November 4, Victor Fox Lima. Do you have a copy on it, Scott? Scott, if that was you, you're just about making it into the repeater, unable to copy. Net control standing by.
KN4VFL. Scott, are you able to copy us here? That other frequency that you mentioned that you said you were going to be going to.
Okay, it's a simplex frequency 146520. It's not a repeated frequency. It's simplex, and it's pretty much local. So I doubt if you or Scott would be able to hit anybody down here. Give it a try. But the next net will be on this same repeater. Okay.
So that was 146.55.
Decimal 520. 146. Decimal 520.
Kelly sign in. This is John, KK4QKL.
All right, John, I did get you in the log, and thanks for checking in on YouTube. I did see that. I have you in the log. Kilo 4, Quebec, Kilo Lima.
Give him a try.
Oh, I'm sorry, that was a double. John, I do have you in the log, Kilo, Kilo 4, Quebec, Kilo Lima. Thanks for checking in. The station I doubled, come again?
This is KO4 SBS, Caesar checking in. Good evening, Steve again. I wasn't able to talk to Howard on Simplex, if he can relay me to him. I tried, there was another station in there that was trying to, but we weren't able to make it through. But that's it, no further traffic.
Okay, copy. Caesar, where are you located?
I'm kind of close to where Lewis live. I'm by 142nd Avenue, Coral Way. I don't know what, it's not Kendall. It's, I guess, maybe West Kendall consider. I don't know. But I wasn't able to talk to him. But I'm able to talk to Lewis, and loud and clear when he's on the radio. Back to you.
All right, yeah, I can't recall where Howard was exactly. What do you have for an antenna?
Well, right now I'm in my mobile. Right now with a handheld. And in the house I have a different radio, but I'm in my car right now with a mag antenna.
Yeah, it's all about height, man. When you're doing simplex ops, it's all about height. So now that's probably the issue.
Roger that. Anyway, thank you, and good evening for you and everybody else. And hopefully Lewis is still doing good.
Yep, he is in our thoughts and prayers for sure. All right, folks, it's 7:32. 3 more minutes, and we will begin with the Everglades Amateur Radio Club net. We're just giving folks an opportunity to shoot over to Simplex and attempt to check in. Again, we're starting the Everglades net just a couple of minutes late, and we'll start it up in about 3 minutes. 7:32, so give it a few more minutes.
Steve, K4IM here. Sorry I jumped in there earlier.
No problem, Steve. Don't worry about it. I didn't even know it was you. I know it just as I let go of the mic that someone was finishing up. What did you need, anyhow?
No, I was on 5.2 and I didn't. I was trying to relay somebody trying to call in on 5.2 and I didn't switch it over. Sorry, but anyway, beg your pardon.
No problem. Been there, done that, man.
Right.
Let you know, Steve, I'll be up here via the north, middle Broward County relay for the 652.
All right, cool. That's great. Thanks. All right, folks, this is W1HQL, and we're going to start with the Everglades Amateur Radio Club net, and I'll be acting as a net control station for this informal net for the Everglades Amateur Radio Club, Whiskey 4 Sierra Victor India. And the purpose of this net is to informally gather club members and other amateur radio operators to talk about ham-related information, to get on the air chat, and have a good time. All radio amateurs are invited to participate in this net, and you do not need to be a member of the club to check into the net break. This net operates at 7:30 p.m. every Tuesday evening on this repeater, and as always, the net will yield the frequency to emergency or priority traffic at any time if needed. The Everglades Amateur Radio Club is an ARRL Special Services Club. We offer ham licensing testing, yearly field day operations, and other ham-related activities. Regular club meetings occur the second Friday of each month at 7 p.m. over at the John D. Campbell Agricultural Center. And the second Friday of the month is coming up this Friday, April the 8th. So be there. And you want to know the address, that's 18710 Southwest 288th Street. Again, my call sign is Whiskey 1 Hotel Quebec Lima. My name is Steve. I'm located here in Homestead. So let's get this net started and get some check-ins.
KF4UJX, name is Rolly, Homestead, no traffic. Just reminding everyone, be at the meeting Friday.
Okay, Rolly, thanks for checking in, and also thanks for stepping up and standing by as alternate net control. I failed to mention that on the closing of the net for the Aries, but appreciate what you did. Thanks.
My pleasure, brother. Thank you for being there for us.
All right, additional check-ins coming up.
Kilo 4, Lima, Charlie, Delta.
All right, acknowledging Kilo 4, Lima, Charlie, Delta. That's Juan. I copy you. A little light in the repeater. You might be on your handheld, but I got a copy on you. Thanks for checking in, Juan.
Net control. This is KJ4, Juliet Tango, Quebec, Eddie in North Miami Beach with no traffic.
KJ4, JTQ, perfect. Thanks, Eddie. Thanks for checking in.
Net control, this is Kilo 4, Sierra November Bravo, Jose, South Miami, no traffic.
All right, Jose, got you in the log. Kilo 4, Sierra November Bravo. Thanks.
Kilo 4 India Mike, Steve.
Hey, we got to stop meeting like this, man. All right, Kilo 4 India Mike, we got you in the log, Steve. Thanks.
Kilo Bravo 4 Mike Bravo Uniform in Redlands. No traffic. Good evening.
All right, I want to make sure I copied that correctly. That was Kilo Bravo 4 Mike Bravo Uniform.
That is correct. KB4MBU.
Roger, got you in the log. Thank you for checking in.
Kilo Oscar 4, Sierra Papa Tango, Allen.
All right, Kilo Oscar 4 Sierra Papa Tango, got you in the log, sir.
Thank you. Check. Kilo 4, Quebec, Kilo Lima, mobile. E4, HLL, Bob, Delray Beach.
Alpha 4, Sierra Whiskey, Stephen and Sunset.
Okay. Kilo 4, Quebec, Kilo Lima, mobile. John got you. Bob, I've got you. Kilo Echo 4, Hotel Lima. And Stefan, good to hear you in there again. Alpha 4, Sierra Whiskey. Got you guys into the log. All right, standby check-ins. First thing I've got for you as far as news information off the wire, I know you've all heard that the FCC is now charging for application fees for amateur radio. So let me give you some clarification on that. The FCC staff has clarified in response to the ARRL that the new $35 application fee will not apply to most license modifications, including those to upgrade their amateur radio license and operator class. The FCC staff explained that the new fees will apply only to applications for a new license, for renewal, for rule waiver, or a new vanity call sign. And that is taking place or will take effect beginning April the 19th of 2022. If you need me to repeat that or any additional fill, just let me know. And you're tuned into the W4 SVI Everglades Amateur Radio Club net, and we're taking check-ins.
Yeah, it's always about the money, Steve. FCC, that's all.
Yeah, I know. I think they've been trying to do that for quite some time, and it was just only a matter of time. But yeah, it's unfortunate.
Just a comment. Sorry, Steve. Continue. KF4 VWT, back to night control.
All right, the next thing that's coming up, and we're going to talk about this. Oh, there go the F-16s. You probably can hear them in the background. They're launching. The Florida QSO party. And that is coming up April 30th and May 1st of this year, obviously. And they're two 10-hour operating periods with a 10-hour break in between. So Saturday, April 30th, starting at noon, right through to May, right until 10 p.m. And then Sunday, again at noon, and finishing up at 6 p.m. So it's a total of 20 hours of ops. Again, that's the Florida QSO party, and that's just talk to any station anywhere and trying to hit all the counties. And they actually have an embedded contest going on, and we'll talk about that more during our meeting on Friday. But if you want to get any additional information pertaining to the QSO party and hearing about the, I call it an embedded competition. It's called the QRP, the Florida QSO Party Silver Spelling Bee. They're going to have stations set up across the state with a 1x1 call sign and with every letter in the alphabet except X. And I don't know if this is a good trivia question for you folks. Why does the FCC not allow an X in a 1x1 call sign?
Is this X-rated?
Good answer, but no, not X-rated. I can hear all those keyboards typing and Googling in why X is not allowed in a 1x1 call sign. I'll give you about a minute to come up with that.
That's experimental, K4IM.
K4IM, you're right on. Good job. Good job, Steve.
Google works faster than mine.
Well, maybe he just has a great memory.
As K4IM actually right now is rating in CQ about 4 or 5 or 6 stations working 40 meters. And they have the experimental call signs. It goes way back. This goes way back to the beginning.
Oh, interesting. What year?
You mean when it started? I just have to guess. I think it was in the 30s or when they started with X-ray.
All right. No, I meant the CQ publication.
Let me bring it up and maybe find it here.
Okay. All right. We'll continue on, but they just pop in there. Let us know. All right, folks. Again, if you have any questions pertaining to the Florida QSO party, just go to www.floridaqsoparty.org. That's www.floridaqsoparty.org, and all the information will be there. And you're tuned into the W4 SVI Everglades Amateur Radio Club net. My call sign's W1HQL, and we're taking check-ins.
November 6, Delta, Mike Echo, Doug and Kendall, 2 relays.
All right, acknowledging November 6, Delta, Mike Echo. Go with your relays, Doug.
Thanks again, Steve. Relaying in Kilo, Mike 4, Zulu, Hotel Mike. That's Jen. and Kilo November 4 Sierra Mike Uniform, DJ.
Roger, acknowledging the two relays as Kilo Mike 4 Zulu Hotel Mike and Kilo November 4 Sierra Mike Uniform. Thanks, sir.
Thank you, Steve. Also, I couldn't reach the simplex net, but surprisingly enough, Rolly, UJX, was able to relay me in from West Kendall to Homestead.
All right, excellent. That's what that simplex net's all about. Is other stations assisting with that and relaying in. So that's perfect. That's perfect. I'm glad you mentioned that.
Yes, sir. Just wanted to give him another thank you. 73, back to net.
All right, I know they're getting pretty bad press, but the Russian cosmonauts on the International Space Station are planning to transmit slow scan TV images on 145.800 FM, and probably using the slow scan TV mode Papa Delta 120. The transmissions are part of the Moscow Aviation Institute slow scan TV experiment, and will be made from the amateur radio station RS-0 ISS in the Russian ISS service module using a Kenwood TMD 710E transceiver. That will be starting on April 7th and continuing right through April 8th. So if you are interested in setting up your station with one of the slow scan TV apps, your phone, your desktop, your laptop, or whatever, and using your handheld radio or whatever radio you can, you should be able to receive that telltale signal or sound of slow scan TV, and just mic the speaker. Just allow whatever app you're using to listen in to the sounds that are coming across your radio, and you'll see a slow scan appear on screen. It's pretty amazing stuff, and it's fun to do.
Definitely not.
Steve, the K4IM, I have that info on the 40 meter.
Cool. What date of that publication?
Okay, this is the January 2022 CQ on page 91. It's 8 meters, and I just read somewhere that UK and Ireland already have it. But I'm counting 7 experimental stations in the U.S., one San Diego, or LA area, San Diego, up in Washington, one East Coast, New York, up in Michigan. Anyway, they're doing 40 meters and seeing how it's working out.
Interesting. Did you mention 8 meters?
I'm sorry, 40 megahertz. It was 8 meters. 40. Boy, getting old here. It's 8 meters of 40 megahertz.
Okay, that's what I kind of figured. I know. Yeah, I've been listening in on those frequencies. 40.680. That's the FT8, to see if I can hear anything on that, and haven't had any luck at all. So I don't. They must be experimenting with phone ops. But 40.680 is the frequency that is sort of designated as a digital frequency. And again, I haven't heard anything yet. I was hoping I'd hear something from across the pond. I usually tune in when 10 meters is popping, figuring I might have some luck.
That's interesting. I've been looking here and trying to find which frequencies they're using, and I don't see much on that, but I'll see if I can find. That's really good. That should be a good band if they ever give it to us, if it's ever opened up. Yeah,
agreed. That'd be really interesting. We'll see what happens. We'll see what the future brings us. Maybe we'll be getting some operator privileges on 8 meters. That'd be great.
Keep our fingers crossed. K4IM.
KE4HLL.
K4HLL from net. Go ahead.
Impressed. I was on the Boca machine, the other morning, and I was talking to a gentleman in Fort Pierce, and the propagation opened up, and it was just incredible.
Yeah, when you get that tropospheric ducting and going on, you can really make some great contacts. And then, of course, there's meteor scatter and whatnot that helps out with that. It sounds like you had some good conditions, tropospheric ducting. I know I've been surprised a couple of times in hearing stations in there, and then all of a sudden they just disappear, man, as fast as you hear them.
I was impressed. I was really surprised how the radio opened up, and they said, "Where are you?" I said, "In Delray Beach, Florida." And they said, "Holy cow!" He says, "I'm in Fort Pierce, and you're doing a 9 over." And I just blew away. I was like, "Wow!" I said, "It sounds great." And I couldn't hear the other 4 guys. The only one I was able to pick up was the gentleman in Boca.
Yep, when the propagation gods are having fun, we have fun along with them. That's great, cool story. I got one when I first got into amateur radio. I think around 2008, 2009. I was on 6 meters. I was goofing around on 6 meters, and I didn't even know they had repeaters up in New York and all that stuff on 6 meters. And I got my old Kenwood 440, and I'm listening in, and I hear this, and I'm on sideband, and I hear this kind of noise. So I flicked over to AM, then I went over to FM, then it came in really clear. I hear these guys talking. And then I just put out my call sign, and the guy came back to me with a Delta prefix on his call sign. I said, "What's your location?" He said, "I'm in Germany." And he was actually talking through a repeater in upstate New York from Germany. And that was, of course, being down here in South Florida, so we were actually using a repeater on a mountaintop or a high point in somewhere in upstate New York. And him and I had a cool QSO, a short QSO, and other stations were jumping in there because they wanted to ride, have that opportunity also. So it was pretty neat.
Oh, when you said Germany, I was like, wow, I was blown away.
Yeah, it's just one of those things. Propagation was just right, and his signal was hitting the repeater just like you and I are talking to each other now. It was that strong. It was crystal clear. It was pretty neat.
Morning. We actually talked almost for about an hour and a half, and then all of a sudden it just dropped out as fast as it had come in.
Must have been a cool morning, and I usually see that happening when a cold front's dropping down.
Kilo Golf 4, Quebec Lima, I go check in.
Station trying to come in, I think. Go ahead.
All right, I got you down, George. Kilo Golf 4, Quebec Kilo Lima. Got you in the log, thanks. And Howard, that was unable to check in on this net, but the KN4SFM is reporting that he had 8 check-ins on Simplex. Just FYI to the group.
N4RBB checking in, and to add to that note about propagation, a few months, maybe 2-3 months ago, I was on 2 meters just scanning, and I picked up a signal from Punta Gorda, Florida. I'm down here in Hialeah, and I was actually able to listen to them long enough to get their Echolink node, and then go on Echolink and join their net and let them know that I received their signal 130 miles away. And I found me a new net now just because of propagation over in Punta Gorda. So yeah, that is pretty neat, and I really was not expecting that off of the 2 meter band. Then for RBB.
Yeah, it's those fun surprises that make this hobby, really worth why we got into it. Is those interesting things that happen. So thanks for sharing that, Bob. It's pretty cool. I'm sorry, Mike. Because your last two letters in there, BB, and I think of BOB. Yes, he's a regular check-in on the net. But Mike, yeah, I got you down in the log, and thanks for sharing that.
That's amazing how quick you can get a signal in that way, and I was surprised. I was talking to that guy, and it was only the two of us on the frequency, and we were going back and forth from Boca to Fort Pierce.
That's nice. That's great. It doesn't happen that often, but when it does, it's a lot of fun. I've been trying some. I have kind of given up because I haven't had any luck with it because it's it's almost like going outside and looking up in the sky and hoping you see a meteor, but meteor scatter. I've got JTDX and for digital, and they have an app embedded in there, or a system embedded in that program to monitor meteor scatter if that occurs. But I have had zero luck with that, and that's something that I have not yet experienced as an amateur radio operator, and I'm looking forward to that eventually happening.
We were up in FAU one year, and I was sitting in my car, and being on the fourth floor, we were able to, all of a sudden, the space shuttle was going across, and we were actually being able to talk to the astronauts, and it just like it went in and out so quick. We were shocked.
Oh, interesting. That's even more rare because not the only time they usually get up on the air is when they do school contacts. But if they got some time and they're bored, they have been known to turn on their radio, and it's also a crossband repeater. So it could have sometimes they activate it as a crossband repeater, so you can actually talk to other terrestrial stations long distance on VHF/UHF. But that's great that you were able to talk to the astronauts. I've had that opportunity a couple of times, but it's usually following a school contact because that's what I do as a side task, if you would. A part of the hobby is I mentor schools around the country to set up their stations and do contacts with the astronauts via VHF.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. All of a sudden, we're sitting there, and there was nobody around. And, of course, we were just sitting there waiting for daybreak to show up at 6 o'clock, and all of a sudden, they were there. It was like, I go, the astronauts? Holy cow, that was a shock.
Cool. That's neat. All right, man. Well, we're at 7:58 p.m. And we're about ready to shut down the net, but that doesn't mean I'm going anywhere. But if anybody wants to check in now, and we can also enjoy continuing on this QSO with Bob KE4HLL about media scatter and tropospheric ducting and talking to the astronauts. Great conversations, great QSOs. Thanks for that, Bob.
Kilo, Golf 4, Oscar, X-Ray Oscar, Jamie, North Miami, no traffic. I'm sorry I doubled out with Doug earlier.
All right, well, Jamie, hey, you're coming in much better. Copy you loud and clear that time.
Kilo 4, Hotel Oscar, Romeo.
There he is, Mikey. Hey, how's it going, buddy? You okay? Any traffic?
I don't know. Check in, relay Kilo, India 4, Victor, Echo, Yankee. And don't forget tomorrow's net, 14715, PL 294.8, up 600 kilohertz. And Thursday night's net, and I reckon that's about it.
All right, cool. Thanks, Mike.
73K4 clear.
All right, 7-3, buddy. Any other station that want to come in as our official tail gunner out there?
KO4 YFH Ray, Cutler Bay, no traffic.
All right, Kilo Oscar 4, Yankee Sierra Hotel. Ray, got you in the log, and so far you're our official tail gunner, unless Harold pops up.
Last two, Foxtrot Hotel. Last two, and it is Foxtrot Hotel.
You do that to me every time, man. All right, I got it. Yankee Fox Hotel.
Thank you, sir.
All right, folks, that concludes the net for this evening, the Everglades Amateur Radio Club net. I failed to have mentioned in the middle of the net that we're streaming live YouTube, but if you're interested in listening to the net and things that went on, you can just go over to YouTube, type in W1HQL or Everglades Amateur Radio Club, and you can listen to the net. Both the Aries net and the Everglades net are one complete stream, so it's probably just over an hour long. And you can just, click around and search whatever time frame you want. If you knew what time you checked in, you can hear yourself on the radio, see what your audio sounds like, maybe do some additional tweaking to your station to help improve on that. But most folks sounded pretty good. All right, folks, one last call for check-ins, and then we'll be gone. All right, nothing heard. Thanks for tuning in. I'll be ending the stream, and we'll catch you Friday night at the club as our meeting at 7 o'clock. And tune into the net, same time, same place, same station, and we'll catch you all next week. Stay safe, and 7-3 to all. This is W1HQL for the Everglades Amateur Radio Club net. We'll be signing off.
W1HQL, okay, 4am. Quick question, Steve.
Yeah, shoot, Steve.
If you arrive, how early can you arrive at the club to go back and use their radio there?